The sun was sinking low over the dry plains of Montana, where the river cut through the land like a silver scar. The air smelled of dust, horses, and fading daylight. Down by the shallow bend of the river, a girl appeared, barefoot, bruised, and running. Her name was Clara Mayfield, no older than 17. Her torn dress clung to her skin, and her breath came in desperate gasps. Behind her, somewhere beyond the cottonwoods, men were hunting, ranchers by appearance, traffickers by trade. Clara's legs finally gave out when she reached the muddy bank. She collapsed beside the water, her reflection trembling under the surface. The river carried whispers of cattle bells and coyote cries, but not a single soul came until a small wooden boat slid from the fog. The boat belonged to Elias Crow, a reclusive fisherman who lived alone in a shack near the river's curve. He'd once been a ranch hand, but years of solitude had turned him into something quieter, almost part of the land itself. Elias found Clara unconscious in the mud. Her wrists were raw from rope burns, her hair matted with dirt. Without a word or question, he lifted her and carried her back to his weather-beaten shack, the old boards creaking beneath his boots. The following days moved slowly. The wind howled through the cracks of the cabin, and the river swelled with spring rain. Elias tended to Clara's wounds with river water and cloth scraps, while outside, vultures circled above the barren plains. She stayed hidden inside while he worked the river, bringing back fish and listening for the sound of horses in the distance. He knew what kind of men searched for a girl like that. A week later, the sound came, engines, not horses. 3 black pickup trucks rumbled down the dirt road, dust clouds trailing behind them. Calder Briggs, the leader, was a tall man with a dark coat and a cruel calmness. He and his men fanned out, calling for Clara, their boots sinking in the mud. Elias stepped out from his shack, silent and weathered, a shadow against the wide river. He faced them with the kind of stillness that made the men uneasy. When they questioned him, he gave them nothing, no word, no sign. They searched the shack anyway. Clara hid beneath the floorboards, her heartbeat trembling with the river's pulse. When Calder's men found the loose planks, Elias moved first. The fisherman who had once known only silence became a storm. With his old hunting knife and a rusted shovel, he fought like a man defending the last honest thing left in the world. The river saw it all, the struggle, the blood, the silence that followed. By the time the sheriff's riders reached the riverbed the next morning, they found Clara wandering the plains barefoot, clutching Elias's old fishing hat. The shack was half burned, the ground torn up. 3 men lay dead beside the river, and Elias Crow was nowhere to be found. Some said the current carried him away. Others whispered that he still lived out there by the river, haunting its fog like a ghost who refused to rest. Years later, when Clara returned as a grown woman, she placed a single wooden cross near the bend where he'd found her. The river flowed past it, calm, endless, and alive. The locals still call that place Crow's Bend, where the water runs deeper than it should, and the wind carries the faint smell of smoke and fish. And when the moonlight hits the water just right, some say you can still see Elias Crow's boat drifting quietly through the mist, guarding the river and every lost soul that comes seeking mercy.